go. Tonight. Here we go, tonight. Tonight. Here we go. Tonight. Tonight. Here we go. Tonight. Okay, don't jump. Ready? Go. Here we go, tonight. Tonight. Here we go, tonight. Tonight. Here we go. Tonight. Here we go. I'm good. Tonight. Here we go. Tonight. Here we go, tonight. Tonight. Here we go. Go. Tonight. Tonight. we go. Sit high. Here we go, sit high. Sit high.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Packers and the Texans under the lights on Monday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Houston Texans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. 12 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Packers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Looking for Christian Watson that time. And now it's 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Off play action, Fields under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. More multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
And you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually see...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Now 3rd down and very long. Stroud to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devontae Wyatt. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You look at the defense for these Texans. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Well, here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3-and-out on their opening drive. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
No, hey, alert, alert.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Stroud. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This defense for the Packers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use use him in this formation so often.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
A give up the middle. Hubbard, 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Now Fields. A short throw to Musgrave.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Here we go.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
Stroud now on second down.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now here's a throw. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The second down throw now from Stroud. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Sliding out of the pocket.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
This is caught inside the 15. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
A run by Pierce begins the second half.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking deep here from Mechie.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hey, 551. It's there. Angel.
Back to the air. Fields on 2nd down. Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up 1st downs. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Rolling to his right. It's complete. This is Starks. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
A good pickup there at 22.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And he slides to a halt inside the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
Hubbard. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
Hubbard again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Now Carlson for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And now out comes Houston.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Check.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
On the bootleg, Stroud.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Chase Young.
Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Ryan Stonehouse in punt formation.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
And here comes Berrios. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Here we go, son.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. completes this one to Starks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Second and 10. Fields again. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Packers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for a loss on the play. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Here's Smith to return it.
Shedding through the defense.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
On 2nd down, here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 76 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
2nd down and 3.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here's Fields.
Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
All eyes on Fields.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Back to throw, Fields.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So Stroud and the Texans down 24-14. A little over a minute and a half remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Stroud.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Now Fields.
That's the tight end Hurst with it.
And he has a Packer 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He'll buy some time right. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Here we go.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Now here's Fields on the sneak.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go.
Dillon will score. Touchdown, Packers.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Packers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week.